Arabic vocabularies and expressions. Number 13. Our vocabulary today is Al-Madhkuratu A'lahu, and its twin brother Al-Madhkuratu Adnahu. So since we are doing mentioned above, I thought of why not just put it together, mentioned below. Okay, so Al-Madhkuratu, when we say Al-Madhkur, when we say something is Madhkur, that is, it is mentioned from the verb dhakara, he mentioned. And Madhkur, it is the object formula from it, as we have Fa'ala, Maf'ul, Dhakara, Madhkur. I think that is also another field that we are not interested in here. Al-Madhkuratu, the mentioned, A'lahu, literally above it, from A'la, above, and then hu, it. So Al-Madhkuratu A'lahu together means mentioned above, mentioned above. Then we have Al-Madhkuratu Adnahu. Adnahu is also from Adna, below, and then hu, it. So below it, but then put together as an expression, mentioned below. Okay, so we see Al-Madhkuratu with the ta is feminine. We can have a case where if that which is mentioned is masculine, then we refer to it as Al-Madhkur. Al-Madhkur without the ta. Okay, we will clarify this in a couple of examples. Let's see some examples. Example number 1. Uktub al-anawina al-madhkurata adnahu. So here we see that uktub, I've written it with a sukun at the end. In reading, this is in grammatical analysis. When you command, the command verb ends with sukun like this. Uktub, I'm commanding somebody before me to write. So it ends with sukun. But because it comes, the word after it has alif and lam, normally we vowelize the ba. We vowelize the ba of uktub. So if you see it written anywhere, here I wrote it just so that we see the issue of command verb, how it ends. But if I'm to write it according to how we are going to read it, I will give the ba dhamma or kasra. Something like Uktubul anawin al-madhkurata adnahu, or Uktubil anawin al-madhkurata adnahu. Okay, but I just wanted us to see the sukun factor. So Uktubul anawin, al-anawin is the plural of unwan, unwan, which is address. So al-anawin, addresses. So write the addresses, al-madhkurata adnahu, mentioned below. Mentioned below. Okay. Example number 2. Kum, stand up. The command verb for qama, qama. If I'm to command, I will say kum, stand up. Kum waqra. Iqra is also the command verb for qara'a. Iqra, read. I'm commanding somebody to read. Okay, the first word to be revealed in the Quran, Iqra. Kum, stand up, waqra, and read. Here too, you realize that I've given the Iqra a sukun on the alif. But if you are writing it according to how we will read it, we will say Kum, waqra il asma'a, waqra il. The alif will now have kasra so that we will read it easily. So kum waqra il asma'a, asma the plural of ism, names. Al madhkurata a'lahu, mentioned above. Stand up and read the names mentioned above. Example number 3. Lakhastu ra'yi fi hazihi nuqat adnahu. Lakhasa, the verb lakhasa means to sum up, to summarize, to put together. Okay, So لخصت, I summarized or I summed up. رأيي, my view. رأي is view. So my view, I summarized my view. في in هذه النقط. نقط is the plural of نقطة, point. So نقط means points. هذه النقط أدناه, these points below. I summarized or summed up my view in these points below. Okay, I think this makes it clear for us to understand the usage of al-madhkuratu a'lahu and al-madhkuratu adnahu. In the example number 3, I decided to just use adnahu alone to make us understand that in any case we can use the adnahu and the a'lahu to mean, in this sense, to mean the below and above alone. Okay, let's see some example for the masculine form that I mentioned, al-madhkur instead of al-madhkura. Okay, so here we see the masculine form al-madhkur. Okay, so I just gave a simple example to clarify that we can also use it in the masculine form when what we are talking about is masculine. Okay, that which is mentioned when it is masculine, we use the masculine form. Okay, so we have ma huwa hazal ismu. What is this name? Al-madhkuru a'lahu. Because ism, the name, is masculine, I use al-madhkuru a'lahu, mentioned above. What is this name mentioned above? What is this name that is mentioned above? The al-madhkur, the alif al-lam mazkur makes us understand it as ma huwa hadha al-ismu alladhi dhukira a'lahu. We can open it up that way. Okay, so instead of al-madhkuratu adnahu, you see allati dhukirat a'lahu. So just to beautify the language, we learn these expressions to make our language very eloquent and more classical and beautiful. Okay, I hope this clarifies it. In case of any questions, don't hesitate. Okay, Assalamu alaikum. Thank you very much. Shukran.